Well, now it's been a few days and I haven't seen really anyone try to expose me yet based on my video I did a few days ago about Ratty saying that, everybody else who's talking about Demon 170 online is spreading misinformation and he debunked everybody. But like I said, I haven't seen really anyone step up to the plate and accept the challenge to go ask Dodge if I am lying. So I want to go talk about that in this video because you guys know that I don't really try to go and call people out online, but sometimes, just sometimes, you got to stand up for yourself and to make sure that people know that you're not playing. So who else isn't playing? My friends at Just Bolt Ons and DragRacingWheels.com when it comes to saving you guys the most money on your favorite aftermarket parts. Where there's catch cans, exhaust systems, cold air intake, tonneau covers, light bars. My friends at Just Bolt Ons and DragRacingWheels.com have some of the best prices online. And with my special code mode Pro Butter at checkout, you can save up to an additional 15% off on your next order. So check out my friends at Just Bolt Ons and DragRacingWheels.com, where some of the best prices online just got a little bit better. So my over 36,000 friends and the 68% not subscribed. As I said, I laid the challenge out a few days ago and I have not seen anyone kind of step up to the challenge to call me out. Because if you're gonna say, well, one particular person, if you're gonna say that everything that everyone else says about the Demon 170 is misinformation and you're debunking stuff, I would expect someone by now to say something to me, or literally anyone come out with a video or an official statement debunking anything I've ever said about the Demon 170. And I open that to really any car that I said of anything this year, any issue that I called out in a video. You can go ask Dodge if I'm lying. I'm just saying. So I just want to leave that there, that if no one's willing to go and do the work and put the work in to go prove me wrong, don't try to make a video and try to make it seem as though anything that I'm saying is false, because there's a difference between stating an opinion and trying to pass your opinion off as fact when it's not. Now, what has happened in the last few days is I've had other influencers reach out to me in the background, and one of them, who you guys know pretty well, that's pretty big, he sent me a video clip that I found highly funny. So I'm not going to say exactly who's in this video, but you're going to have a good idea exactly who I'm talking about. But I'm going to play that clip right here.
And that gives you a 0 to 60 at 1.66 seconds. We got our beefed up, of course, Torque Flight 8-speed automatic transmission. This is for your trans brake. Now, if you're wondering what is this all about, this is for locking the torque converter, your stall converter, to help you have that perfect launch at the tree, cut a perfect light.
Is this your king, Dodge? Is this your king?
Is this your king? Him?
Now, I just gotta say, mistaking the parachute handle for the trans brake, I'm gonna let that one speak for itself. So that's the expert right there to talk about. Everyone else who talks about the Demon 170 is spreading misinformation, and they're debunking all the lies that me and TK and everybody else has said, OC Motivator. So apparently we're lying, but at least I know what the freak a parachute handle is. I'm just saying. Now, I already did in another video that with my particular Demon 170, I still had to get my spark plugs gapped. Now, another video, like I said, the one that probably premiered a little bit earlier than this one, is still uploading. Still probably got like a good hour and change upload. So you're gonna get a day, not a daily, but a double upload today from me. My particular Demon 170, I actually called the dealership in the other video and actually got an appointment scheduled because my Demon 170 still needs to get my spark plugs gapped properly. And my particular dealership, they've been busy. I actually left them a message a couple weeks ago to come in to get the rest of my spark plugs gapped properly. But now they put me off for another 2.5 weeks. So not until I think October 2nd, when you watch the video, you'll see that I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna get my spark plugs gapped properly. Now, I know that they did 2, and the tech said that it was wildly out of spec. So I still got 6 more spark plugs that need to be checked to make sure they are aligned properly. And hopefully, just hopefully, that smoking issue that I had that someone told me about is taken care of. I haven't really had anyone else tell me that my car was smoking, so maybe that was just like, I don't know, the car smoking because I'm going between 93 and E85. I don't know, but no one else has told me I've been smoking since then, so I hope that was just a one-time thing. I would hate to be another person who has to have an engine replacement, but I guess, you know, if I said I need an engine replacement on my car, and I guess I'm just spreading misinformation if it does happen, and I share with you guys pictures, you know, video, my service documents, so I guess I'm just lying. Just saying. So like I said, anyone want to debunk anything I've said about any car this year, any dealership I made a video about, any car I helped anybody else out with, anytime I help reverse anyone's warranties getting denied, go ask Dodge. I'm just saying, and I issue that challenge to pretty much anyone. It don't matter if it's a journalist, another influencer, one of these websites like Car and Driver, Motor Trend, something like that. Go ask Dodge and tag me in the video and prove to me that I am lying. And as I said in other videos, I mean, Dodge would help me get a car. People would be signing my window stickers if I'm just all of a sudden just spreading misinformation for clicks. I just don't get it. And then I'm dropping the value of the Demon 170 because I can't afford one, even though I already have one. Not like I'm gonna refinance my car at the amount that I got my car at. But the reporting that me, TK, and Osimover is down to Demon 170, we are not the reasons why the values of Demon 170 have fallen. It really comes down to two people, Stellantis and frickin' the dealers. Because those two people, if both of them wasn't doing this nonsense, I don't think we would have any problems. Now, I didn't say Dodge in this because I don't think Dodge is at fault when it comes to the problems going on with Demon 170. I think it's Stellantis and the dealers. Which one I'm gonna start with first? Okay, let me start with Stellantis first. Now, it is no question that Stellantis has been cost cutting for years. And I think that is the main reason why quality issues are just creeping up with this company. For the last, what they came into power, 2019, 2020. So for the last literally 4 to 5 years, they have been trying to find the cheapest supplier to supply them parts. In the last 4 to 5 years, literally every single vehicle has gotten worse, which is why they just had this huge bombshell where they lost like, what, 48% of sales or 42% of sales and really just a quarterly earnings. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. Like, I don't think I've seen really any vehicle get better quality when Stellantis took over, right? The TRX had issues when it first came out, but that was under Stellantis. The issues got worse when they moved on to the Uconnect 5, which is an Android-based Uconnect system. And they had a bunch of glitches for the 2022 model year. It's right, 2022, 2023. They do a bunch of software updates to fix the radios. The Wagoneers got worse. I remember when they first was about to come out, the radio and all that crap was making sure that it couldn't, I think the turn signals wasn't working on the vehicle. So they had to hold it up and the TRX up because both of them use the same like style radio or whatever, or like same software in the radio. So those two vehicles was going to crap when they first came out in like 2022. And then, I mean, you have what, these Wranglers catching on fire that Stellantis had to do a recall on for the 4xe systems. You got the Pacificas catching on fire with the hybrid system in there. You have, what else we got here? We got over 1 million Ram trucks recalled. I think some of the diesel Ram trucks have fire issues that they tell people to park outside. Oh, those are the Durangos that they're having a bunch of engine issues. I think it was the Indiana State Police. They've like not used their entire fleet of Durango Pursuit vehicles because they're having engine issues. I mean, hey, what else? I mean, I can go down the list, but you can just see across the board that quality has went down the hill. The Hornet was a disaster. You've had dealers not able to sell some of them suckers because they need parts from Europe to come be shipped over here to fix some of these Hornets. You had, I think, some of these new Ram trucks, for example. I've had dealers tell me they had to limit them once they arrived in the dealership because they won't start. You have what all these software issues I'm hearing in the background for all these electric vehicles. The Charger Daytona, a disaster. The Jeep Wagoneer EV, a disaster. the Ram Rev, a disaster. What the photos that TK shared the other day, chart of Daytona having massive gap issues. So there's just a lot of crap going on. I know that was a long rant of all the stuff going on, but you can see how the quality of Stellantis has just went downhill across the board. I don't think there's really any vehicle that went up in quality under Stellantis' tenure. And now here we go with the Demon 170, this one final Halo product, that's supposed to be in this nice push off for one of the greatest platforms to exist in the last, I don't know. I mean, I think the Hellcat platform, or just this Challenger platform, whatever you want to call it, is one of the greatest platforms to exist in a long period of time. I mean, you have such a popular vehicle that it's going to be like a timeless design for a long period of time. But now in the last few years, they are just plagued with issues. And I think Stellantis' cost-cutting measures are so bad that it just made these cars not trustworthy. There's more crazy stuff going on with D170 engines than I don't think I've ever heard of any other Hellcat or Red Eye. I mean, there are just so many random issues going on with these demons. I had somebody reach out to me the other day talking about their blower had to be replaced. Something's going on with the blower. I've seen multiple cars with harmonic balancers coming off. The other one, the timing cover got ate up because of harmonic balancer. I've seen the pistons go through blocks. I've seen cars that have bearings, either, if you want to believe it or not, but still no one has debunked me. So I can still say that the car was technically had a bearing missing. I don't know if it's missing from the factory or maybe the bearing came out of it, but the bearing was not on there when that tech checked it. I've seen other ones where some of these demons spun bearings. I gave you guys a list of cars from Dodge where they told me that some of these demons had, a bunch of them had catalytic converter issues. You've seen a bunch of cars that, not even just me, I've had other influencers tell you that their spark plugs was not gapped properly. I had to talk to Dodge about that crap, and they put out a bulletin about it, and I've shown that bulletin in multiple videos. The spark plug falling to the cylinder. I've seen cars that leaked. I've seen cars that oh god, what was that other one? There's another crazy one, but you can get what I'm talking about. That there's been a lot of crazy issues going on with these cars, and if it wasn't for Stellantis cost cutting, we wouldn't be making videos about this. You don't see me making videos about super stocks, right? Because I haven't really heard of any super stocks having the same quality issues as the Demon 170, right? You don't see me making the Hellcat issues. You don't see me making the Red Eye issues. This is just specifically Demon 170 stuff. Honestly, to me, if Dodge was going to make a Halo product like that, however that engine was made, it should have went to a dedicated engine builder. Like, there should have been like a dedicated either set of people or company that built all the Demon 170 engines. Because if you had this engine, it's supposed to have like 1,000 horsepower, and it's supposed to be this whole specially sending off for the brand, you had to take better care of the actual assembly process of this engine. It was already bad enough that a lot of people got turned down from having to get for not able to get carbon fiber wheels, but now it's something totally different to where no one can even trust their engine's not going to blow. Because I've had multiple owners just send me DMs and stuff like that, or call me up going like, dude, like, I don't know if I can even trust, getting on my car, because it seems like every few weeks, like there's another car blowing the engine, and then some guys had to wait 3 months for a new engine. Some guys, there's no engines available, like loan blocks, that they got to get brand new crate engines, and even those crate engines have stripped threads in them because someone who's assembling the engines don't know how to screw things on without stripping threads. This is definitely a Stellantis cost cutting problem, because we've seen over the last 5 years, they have laid off tens of thousands of people. They laid off hundreds, if not thousands of engineers. And now I'm getting photos from a bunch of people, whether it's in the US or Canada, that are flying in engineers from other countries to come and try to save this EV nonsense that's going on. I mean, I got pictures of a bunch of Indian engineers running around these plants trying to play catch up to figure out what is going wrong with some of these cars. You had the one lady who's in charge of software. I remember the video that TK did, but she's always the lady that I played a little clip of her talking about, that they're going to not really be a manufacturer anymore. That Stellantis is going to move over to a tech company. And then I'll play the clip right here so you can see who I'm talking about.
If the past was about increasing margins by moving customers north in hardware and trim levels, our future is about offering customers software-based services.
But that lady right there, she was in charge of software and she just literally just quit. Like, she didn't even put a 2-week notice in, she just immediately resigned. I'm gonna kind of take TK at face value that maybe there's some stuff going on with the software in these damn cars, and she does not want her name to be on it at all, period. And then she ran over to Goodyear with Mark Stewart, the guy who pissed off the UAW by going to do negotiations from Mexico and missing meetings and crap. But like I said, a lot of the stuff going on, especially quality wise, that is Stellantis. I didn't put engines together wrong. TK didn't put engines together wrong. Osmover didn't put together engines wrong. We're just the bearer of bad news. And a lot of times when we cover these issues, we cover these issues for people because every time I talked about Demon 170, there was always a customer that I was talking about. I've had issues where like some of these customers had their warranties voided. And like I said, you can go ask Dodge because I've shown you guys paperwork where on the paperwork it says that someone's claim for to get their engine replaced was rejected. I've shown that, I've proven that. Some owners have had their warranties for the Demon 170 rejected, and some of these warranties avoidance was something stupid, like they're not even going on the track. So I already told you exactly all that stuff going on in videos, so you can watch those old videos to see exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to know why the values of these Demon 170s have gone down, like I said, you either got Stellantis and you got the dealers. Both of them are totally responsible why these cars are losing value. If Stellantis can't build a quality product, who's going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars over sticker for a car that you don't know if the engine's going to blow? The second part is these dealers, because these dealers, they pissed off so many people with this whole year-long nonsense of trying to play games with a lot of people. I mean, I don't know where to start at. I mean, you've seen plenty of videos from all the way from last year to even the last few months that I've had videos calling out dealers for screwing customers over. Like I said, I was one of the first people to get screwed over, right? I mean, I've seen plenty of people who they thought they had an allocation, they put a deposit down, and then next thing you know, a few weeks or a few months later, the dealer returned their deposit because they sold to someone else who put down more money for the car. I mean, shoot, like I've seen it where like some of these guys, they'll tell people that they had MSRP orders, and then once their car came in, then they want to hold the car for ransom. Oh, you need to pay $50,000. Now we got a market adjustment, right? We're gonna let you order for MSRP, sucker you into thinking that, and now you got to pay $50,000 over, or you got to pay $100,000 over, right? And they really did that crap with people who had VIN match cars. People thought they got an MSRP order for the VIN match car. The dealer came in and held their VIN match car hostage because those dealers knew that if you didn't take that daggone car, you was not gonna get that VIN number anywhere else. And I'm gonna say this, Dodge is responsible for that nonsense, because if they knew they had all these VIN match orders in, they should have made sure that those dealers stuck to their daggone word, that whatever was signed on that that waiver or whatever, that if that customer paid MSRP, that Dodge should have made sure those dealers stuck to their word. And if they didn't, they should have basically stripped them of allocations somewhere else. Like, hey, look, we're not gonna give you anything above a freaking XXT or GT or whatever for the next, I don't know, 5 years or whatever, because you signed a piece of paper that was notarized that you're gonna sell that customer a MSRP Demon 170, but Dodge didn't follow through on it. What was the point of having people sign a notarized piece of paper if they bought the car over MSRP or at MSRP if you wasn't going to enforce it? There's literally no point of doing it. We're not making videos to get just clicks. We're not making videos just to be lying. We're making these videos about these cars and the issues with these cars to help people out. And if there wasn't a problem, we wouldn't make videos, because you don't see me making videos about problems with Hellcats. I don't see me making videos about problem with red eyes, probably making videos with super stock, scat packs. It's just problems with this one particular car, because as a Halo product, you would think that this car would be a lot better than what it is. I know this video is getting long, but that's pretty much my position on this. If there wasn't any problems, and there wasn't problems that dealers and Stellantis caused themselves, you wouldn't see videos about stuff going on with the Demon 170. I probably only make videos about the dealer screwing customers. That probably the only videos I probably make. Like I said, it's not knowing my MO to call people out, but when you try to make it seem as though you're the only one correct and everyone else is lying, that already is a red flag to me. So like I said, I don't normally do that crap. It's you got your opinion, you got your opinion. Like I said, prime example is Uncle Tony's Garage. He said in his video that, hey, you know, he called me out and said that, hey, it's literally impossible, you know, for the engine to be running without a bearing, blah, 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 right? At least he had the courtesy to call me out, and he has subject matter knowledge about engines, because literally everything he does in the channel is like building the engine or whatever, right? So I can respect that, but not someone who's trying to tell me that everything that I'm saying and everything I've posted about the Demon and stuff is a lie. So I'm gonna leave it like it is. I'm looking at my timer right there. It's about 30 minutes in, so I know this is a long video, but let me know what you guys think. And until the next time, I'm out.